What's up, everybody? My name's Chris Marshall, my man Frank G, and we are the hosts of Build Your Empire podcast. Frank G, before anything, put that timer on. We're going to talk for 15 minutes. When the timer goes off, we're going to give our sign out message. My first message, I have a lot to say right now, is Frank G, right before you press record, you, you tried shitting on me with my computer dying,
Mm.
and that wasn't nice.
I mean, I wouldn't say I tried shitting on you. I was just
It
asking.
didn't make me feel good.
Mm. I was just trying to kind of put in the point for you to be prepared, preparing you for the future.
I'm always prepared. You press record, boom. What's up, everybody? My name's Chris, and I'll go in.
We out here in here going in right now.
That's what I'm saying. Today has been a great day for a couple of reasons. One, the stock market has increased. I've made about $4,000 over the course of a week, maybe 2 weeks, and it's about time your boy is back.
I love to hear that, man. It was pretty tough in the beginning. I'm sure some people are still down or maybe scared to invest again. Who knows? But I'm glad you're up. I'm up as well. I think you're in it a little more than I am, but being up feels good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure your little airline stocks are probably up like 0.5%. But me, on the other hand, who invested heavily in tech in a Google and Amazon, I'm up like 15%. It's absolutely wild.
I don't think $10 a stock is 0.5%, but I mean, I'll take what I can.
If it's a $10 stock, 0.5% would be about 50 cents, I believe.
No, well, the stock is at $30 now. I bought it for about 20.
Great. It's up $1.50. My man, this sip of white wine, Sauvignon Blanc, is for you. Congratulations. You entered the game.
Cheers to that.
You took a sip too. I heard that. That's my boy. In
Yeah.
other news, so this is some very interesting news. WWE, we all are kind of a fan, right? I mean, we were just talking about The Rock before we even came on air here.
Mm-hmm. WWE.
WWE, they were hosting their events in Florida, in Orlando, and they even did WrestleMania. And right 2 days after WrestleMania, they shut down Florida business. And today was just released that WWE is now considered essential and will resume and is now open for business. How do we feel about that?
That's super interesting. I'm not
It
sure if
gets more
I
interesting when you dive into it.
I could imagine because from just hearing that, to me, WWE is a form of entertainment or a sport. I'm not sure if that's essential, like football or baseball is not.
So that is the thing, right? One, is it entertainment? Is it a sport? I would lean towards more entertainment.
Yeah.
But second, you have what's Vince McMahon's wife? What's her name? I can't remember it right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Linda?
be able to help you on
Linda
that.
McMahon?
I I don't know. For some
I
reason,
think I think it's Linda McMahon. So Linda McMahon is a heavy supporter of Trump. Actually, was on his cabinet, I believe, at some point. Um, and obviously, they have ties to the governor of Florida.
yeah.
So he also is pro-Trump. So the theory behind this is that she essentially got this done.
Well, good for you on knowing her name. It is certainly Linda.
Yeah, well, I don't know the governor of Florida or that guy, so it is what it is. However, uh, I mean, this is pretty big. This is pretty big because now what's going to happen is you had Dana White trying to host a UFC event in California and is also very pro-Trump. In fact, they're boys.
Yeah.
And he very last minute he couldn't do it due to the Disney execs. They couldn't air that.
Yeah, I remember reading. I mean, he was very accepting of it. I mean, he's trying to work with them as
Not really. He called them. He threw them right under the bus. He was like, I was gonna do this show, but the highest of highs of people told me that I pretty much can't.
I could imagine that UFC could still produce revenue with only having people in the ring a lot more than wrestling, but that's just maybe me not watching wrestling anymore and watching MMA. I'm not really sure how to take this, to be honest. I don't know. It seems like there's maybe connections there. Um,
Well, really, the debate here is what is considered essential, right? Because you have liquor stores that are considered essential. And I mean, who's to say the WWE entertainment is not essential? I mean, it may be essential to have some sort of sport to watch.
yeah, I feel like that's just opening a huge can of worms because
This is what's going on.
everyone else, I would assume, would rather have MLB start their season or
Yeah,
the
but then it
NBA finish.
gets yeah, but I mean, there's a lot more politics into that. You have I mean, you have just more players. You have way more
Yeah, way more
staff.
players. Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, it's see now what I predict is going to happen is the UFC is probably going to try and go to Florida to host their next events because now Florida gives the go ahead. So who is Florida to say WWE is not or is allowed and essential, but UFC MMA is not?
Yeah, I guess as long as they get access to whatever Florida stadiums or arena, then what is everyone going to be flying to Florida now?
What do you mean by everyone?
Anyone trying to host like the UFC or, I mean, the WWE, I don't, is Florida their main arena
Since
where they perform?
since since the lockdown, yeah, I mean every state is pretty much locked down, and you can't really travel. So yeah, people are picking singular destinations. For example, baseball, if they do resume, they're looking at Arizona and Orlando as the two main key spots in which all the teams will be there and essentially be in a bubble, and they will play 2 to 4 months in those one destinations.
Was this announced today, the WWE?
WWE has been announced today. That is correct.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard it. Obviously, I believe you, but that's just crazy to me.
Oh, you fact checking me?
I mean, I don't have I just fact checked the Linda, and then I looked up the governor of Florida in case we needed it. But no, that's just a lot of typing to do in 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna roll with this one and just talk on what's on my mind about it.
Jamie, pull it up.
Jamie, pull it up.
I guess I don't have a Jamie. We don't
All
have a
right, Joe.
Jamie.
All right, Joe. That is very interesting, though. I mean, obviously, that's going to cause a lot of backlash, I would assume, from all other sports or any other organization that wants to continue, their revenue and their entertainment as well. I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of wrestling fans, so I'm not one of them. I mean, I will watch the Royal Rumble, but that's probably all I have watched in the last few years.
All right, so I guess we're gonna move on to this topic. I can bring up another topic if you'd like.
What you got?
Yo, your boy took a personality test this morning. Turns out he was one of the rarest male personality tests, less than 1%. Yo, your boy is a leader, man.
I'm curious on what they base that on, the 1%.
I don't know, but what I do know is I'm in the company of Gandhi, Marilyn Monroe,
Mm.
and Martin Luther King Jr.
I see the Martin Luther King and Gandhi going together, as in their personalities could clash, caring for the people, having to move. I thought Marilyn Monroe was kind of like just a sexy actress that was just
I
getting
mean,
whatever
what do you
she
think
wanted.
I am? I'm a sexy podcaster. I mean, To be honest, I think the resemblance is uncanny.
Mm. Yeah, total match in blonde hair and all that, right?
Blue eyes. You forgot the blue eyes.
Marilyn Monroe was one of the famous stars that Salvatore Ferragamo created personal shoes for.
Are you giving your company a plug right now?
No, it's just very interesting that
Well, if you're not giving them a plug right now, then why are you mentioning Ferragamo?
well, I love my company, so of course I'm going to
So
talk about them.
you're giving them a plug, huh?
I mean, if you guys want to purchase some Ferragamo, I mean, right?
Was that the plug?
Yeah. My @ will be at the bottom of this video on YouTube. You can hit me up.
Oh man, you just. Oh, you mean in the caption? I thought you were gonna put it in the actual video to make a little more work on yourself.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean that could be done though. That certainly
Yeah,
can.
it can. Imagine you would actually get a sale off this. In some weird way, I'd be jealous.
Yeah, I got a lot of sales going on right now, so thankful for that.
Yeah, today was the first day of the month in which I did not sell something, but I
Wow,
mean, I'm selling the peoples on a good time on this podcast.
you were on a hot streak over there.
Yeah, well, I mean, all good things come to an end. Guideline number 2.
I'm sure you'll get it back soon enough.
You don't know. You don't know. Sometimes, you could be cold as ice.
That can happen. Just don't give up, my man.
Yeah,
As the rarest personality of men, I assume you just would not give up.
I like to be practical and real, and that was actually one of the descriptions
Mm.
in which makes me one of the rarest personality types out there.
We may have some listeners that are curious about this personality test. They may want to take it.
Maybe. I mean, I'll send you the link. You're more than welcome to take the personality test. I doubt you will be the same as me since, again, less than 1% of males turns out to be my personality.
Now, do you think with these tests that you can easily manipulate them?
Yeah, but that's not fun. And you don't know what you're manipulating. So if you're sitting there trying to manipulate the test, then I mean, you don't know what the outcomes are. So you don't know what you're manipulating to try and get.
Yeah, but usually there's like a question where one answer you can see is like a lazy, sluggish personality as opposed to someone who is organized
I don't
or
know, man. If you're trying to manipulate that test, then you probably have some other mental shit going on.
I don't know. A lot of people just want to see them as the best. So I would assume.
I want to see myself as honest
Mm,
and loving,
was that part of the personality? Were you loving? I guess so.
compassionate. Yeah.
I guess Gandhi is loving, and so is Martin Luther King Jr.
well, dude, I've noticed. I mean, pretty much it said that I think different and that I can sense emotions different, which I think is dead on accurate.
What am I feeling right now?
I don't know, probably a little tips drinking that clear over there. But outside of that, in fact, you spit up the you was sipping as I said that. It sounded like.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, I bet. But I'm empathetic, man. I'm empathetic.
Yeah, I mean, I would also think I am empathetic. I think that's a huge part of life and also works well in sales.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was not empathetic today to this guy I'm battling in the PayPal court. I was pretty much like, you fucking work for me. Like, I don't want to hear shit from you. You fucking scumbag. You fucked me
Mm.
over. Now we're not cool. See, when we were cool, you could have whatever you want. I'd be super nice, super kind. Let's do
Uh-huh.
good business. Let's make money. The minute you fuck me over, oof, I got dark. I got dark, man. And then he spoke some shit to me in a different language. I had to have someone
Cursed you out in
translate it.
different language.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had to have my buddy translate it, and he's like, "Oh,
That's
what did
not.
you do to this guy?" I was like, "What do you say? What do you say?" Like, an Ice Cube and Friday, and
uh,
and
he,
uh,
Uh,
Yeah, he was talking about my mama.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, bro. I was like, man, you was so fucking lucky you ain't in New York, bro.
Bring this guy to the table. I got some words for him. I'm a
That's
Dukes.
what I'm saying.
That
Because
ain't right.
this guy thinks he's slick, right? So he gives me fake product, a fake digital product.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't send it back.
Of
So
course.
so now I'm battling with him in PayPal, and PayPal is getting ready to judge it. And then all of a sudden, I gotta finish the story.
Of
All of a
course.
sudden, he says to PayPal, okay, I'll refund him under the contingency. He sends me back the product and then gives his mailing address. And now I'm super pissed because PayPal doesn't know that like it's a digital product that was a fake product, so I can't send nothing back. So now I'm pissed at PayPal, more pissed than him because he was rubbing that in my face. He's like, "So who won?" Ha ha ha. I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, it seems like PayPal didn't take your side.
well, it's not that they didn't take my side. It's that he said he would refund me. I just have to mail it back. So PayPal through the automation, it's not going through a person. If I spoke to an actual PayPal person and was like, "Hey, it's a digital product in which he gave me a fake product. I don't actually have anything to even send back," which just showcases his character and how shady he is, I would win. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this case out and keep freezing his PayPal. And my sign out message is don't be a dick in business because you will get fucked one day.
Ruthless. I love it.
Is
My
there
my sign out message is stay tuned for next week, and I will tell you how this personality test went.
next week? It could be tomorrow.
That's what I meant.
All
Peace.
right.